Hello friends, so today we're going to discuss the third problem from the latest Codeforces round 668, problem named balanced bit string. So you're given a bit string, which is a string consisting of only the characters given 1, and a bit string is called k balanced if every substring of size k of this bit string has equal amount of 0 and 1. So if you take a substring of length k and k is even. Okay, so what you can see here is the total number of zeros and 1 in the bit string should be equal. Now what you are given here is you are given an integer k, which is like the size of the substring, and a string s which composed of 0, 1 and question marks. So the string consists of 0, 1 and question mark, and what you need to do here is you need to determine whether you can make this string into a k balanced bit string. So like you have to change that question mark into some character which is 0 and 1 such that the string become key balanced bit string. So now that's the whole question. As you can see in this, I'll take it on some example, which is 3 to 1 question mark. So it is like the length of this string is 3. There's a question mark here. This is 1 and this is 1, I think so also. This is 1 1, yes, and that bit string length or the substring length is equal to 2. So I will take either this, I will take either the substring which is equal to this and it is equal to this. Now if I replace this, like if I replace this with a 0, then in the first substring the total number of ones and total number of zeros is equal to 1 1, and in this also the total number of zeros and ones is 1 1. So as you can see, this is possible because I can replace this question mark with some 0 and then the whole string will become k balanced with k equal to 2. I hope you understand the question part now. So now the first implementation or the first observation you can see in this example, I will tell you with this example. It's a very good example to understand the question. Let's take this example here. Yeah. So in this, as you can see, it is 1 question mark 0 question mark 1. Okay. So let's assume that I have some string which is k balanced. If I have some string which is k balanced, as you can see, this is an example which is k balanced because it doesn't have some question mark and it is balanced. Yes. So let's also print, like take this example also. So this string is k balanced with k equal to 4. Let's take out a string of k equal to 4, substring equal to 4. In this there are 2 1s and 2 zeros. Then take this, there are 2 zeros and 2 1s, and take this, 2 zeros and 2 1s. Okay, now if I take this window, so let's assume that I have this window and I'm sliding this window from this 4 position to the next 4 position. So these 3 characters are same. In the first window and the second window, I am actually replacing this character and adding this character. So and all the rest characters are same. So if all the rest characters are same, and this is a k string which is balanced, every string which is balanced. So if I am removing one character, that same character should be added here. Why? Because if that same character is not added here, I am sliding this window. So because the total number of ones which are removed, because let's assume I am removing 1 1, so I should be adding 1 1 also now, because such that the k string or k substring should be balanced. Okay, so that's the first observation. So it means that the kth position or the first position and the next kth position and the next kth position all should be same, because whenever the position of this first character should be all the first character and 1 plus k character, 1 plus 2k, like 1 plus 2k character, all should be same. Why? Because if I take that substring and if I slide it out, then that position should be same in every position, like because this character is removing in this string and this character should be added, so the total string should be balanced. So this is 1, so this should also be 1. So that's the first logic you have to understand. So now what you can do in this string here is first mark out a string of size 4. This is a string of size 4. Now it have some question mark and if had some zeros. Now if it had some 1, which I know that if, let's assume that first don't talk about the question marks, talk about the, in this k size like substring, talk about the numbers which are given to you. If these numbers are given to you, then every kth position number, like this is I, so the next I plus k and then the I plus 2k all should be equal to 1. So you can easily check them out. So if this is 1, I can easily check that, okay, now this character should be equal to 1 only. So I can fill them also. So what does this mean? That okay, if this is 1, the next I, so this is 1 bracket of size 4. So then if I remove this, then this character which should be added, it should also be equal to 1. So I can actually skip from 1 till 5, because like it is 4, so 1 plus 4 equal to 5. So I can jump to 5 and then again add 4, which is equal to 9, but 9 is out of bounds, so I don't do anything. So all of those characters equal to 1, and whenever I find out a question mark, I will also mark it out to be 1. Okay, then I will do, then if there is a question mark, I will not do anything because I don't know. Then I will see a 0, then I will again jump and mark all the positions which are question mark, and at a key distance from this position, mark them to 0. Now I will actually have marked out all the positions using only the first k characters, but now there are also some question mark also. So now what you can do here is, I have to first fill this question mark. Now how you can fill the question mark? If this is a question mark, if there is some key position number which is filled, okay, and this is not filled, so I can take that number and put it there in this position. Okay, so that's how I can fill this position also. So that's the two ways. I can jump from this question mark to all the key position and check that, okay, whether some key position is not equal to question mark, so I will take down that character and store it here. So after all that operation, you have the string of first k characters which are still some question marks and some 0 and 1 filled. Okay, now because after doing all this iteration, after searching for all the key positions, everything is question mark. Now I have some string, let's assume like this, 0 question mark 0, and then like this is the string, then this is again 0 question mark 0, then it is again like length 4, so this is again 0 question mark 0. So I cannot find out this question mark value. So what you can understand from this here is, I can now, because I have the full liability to fill this question mark with any of the numbers I want, such that the total number of ones and zeros in this should not exceed k by 2. Because why? Because if the total number of zeros in this substring is equal to 2, and the total number of question marks is I don't know, so if I check that, okay, the total number of zeros which I have filled till now in this first set of k positions, I have filled some characters. If after filling all those characters still there are some question marks left, I can fill them with whatever 1 or 0 I want, but I will have to fill them such that the total number of 1 and zeros in this window should be equal. So what you can do here is, actually I have to tell that whether this is possible or not. So how we can tell that? Okay, I will fill them. Okay, I don't worry about how I can fill. I will check that, okay, what is the count of zeros and ones in this window. If the count of zeros and 1 in this window, let's assume the count of 0 is 2 and the count of 1 is 0. If both of them is less than equal to k by 2, what we are doing? Because actually let's assume that in a window of size equal to 4, there are 2 zeros and like there is no 1. What I should fill? I should fill 1 here. So how can I tell? I will tell that, okay, the count of 0 is equal to 2, the count of 1 is equal to 0 if both of them are less than k by 2, because I should fill the total number of characters in this k by 2 now. So what will I do? I will check that, okay, the positions which are left here is less than k by 2, but let's assume that there are 3 zeros here and only 1 question mark left. It is like this, 3 zeros and 1 question mark, 3 zeros 1 question mark, 3 zeros 1 question mark. So because also there is 1 question mark, but I should not, like this is an invalid string, because even if I fill 1 here, the total number of 1 and 0 in this window is not balanced. So I should check that, okay, if I want to fill them, the total number of zeros and 1 should be less than k by 2, then only I can fill them according to my choice. So that's the logic for the third question. Let's move on to the code part now. The code is also very simple, in which take input of n and k, the string itself. Then what you're actually doing in this part is iterating over the string for the first k characters, and then whenever I will find a question mark in the first k characters, I will jump over the next k positions, such that I will start from the I plus k position and jump by k position and check that, okay, for next, like all the k positions which are next to this position, if it is not a question mark, I will fill that position with s of I. What I'm doing, if there's a question mark here, I will check all the key positions and check that okay, whether this question mark is not filled in all those positions. If I can find a 1 here, okay, I am assured that okay, if this is 1, then this kth character should also be 1, because I know that all the kth positions, like first position, I plus k position, I plus 2k position, they should be like same. So if this is a question mark and I find someone somewhere 1, then I am assured that okay, this is 1, the other should be 1 also. So that's what I'm doing. I'm finding if the other positions is not equal to question mark, I will fill that position with the character at that position in the S of I. Then what will I do? Because I have filled the S of I, all the key positions using the other positions which are given to me, I will again iterate over the first key positions and check that okay, now if whenever I found a S of I character which is not a question mark, all the key positions such that if I jump by key positions from the starting ith position, if they are question mark, then they should be equal to that S of I, because if they are question mark, I should fill them. If they are not a question mark, I will check that they should be equal. If they are not equal to the S of if all the jth positions are not equal to S of I, then this is not a valid string. I cannot form a string like this, so we just return out no. Else, that after all of this, what can I do? If there are still some question mark left in the first k numbers, I will iterate over the first k numbers and count how many zeros and 1 are there. And if the total number of 1s is less than equal to k and the total number of zeros and still also less than equal to k, if both of these conditions are met, then only return out yes, else return out no. I hope you understand the logic as well as the code. If you please any doubts, please mention down. Thank you for this video. Also next one. Keep coding. Bye.